All right, class. Today we're going to learn about two important types of physical traits that organisms have: inherited traits and acquired traits. Every living thing, from plants to animals to humans, has certain traits that help it survive in its environment. But where do these traits come from? Some traits are passed down from parents to their offspring, while others are developed or learned over time. Let's explore the difference between inherited traits and acquired traits and how they help organisms thrive. Let's start with inherited traits. Inherited traits are the physical characteristics that are passed from parents to their offspring through genes. These traits are in the organism's DNA, which means they are present from birth. Think of genes like the instructions that tell your body how to grow and develop. For example, if you have brown eyes, that's likely because your parents have brown eyes and passed that trait onto you. Inherited traits can include things like the color of your hair, the shape of your ears, or even how tall you grow. Animals and plants also have inherited traits that help them survive in their environments. For example, a giraffe's long neck is an inherited trait that helps it reach leaves high up in the trees. This trait has been passed down through generations of giraffes, making it easier for them to find food. Similarly, cacti have inherited traits like spines and thick, waxy skin that help them survive in hot, dry desert environments. These traits are passed down from parent plants to baby cacti, ensuring that future generations are just as well suited to survive in the desert. Now let's talk about acquired traits. Acquired traits are not passed down from parents through genes. Instead, they are learned or developed throughout an organism's life based on its experiences and environment. Acquired traits can be things like skills, behaviors, or physical changes that happen because of the way an organism interacts with the world. For example, if you learn how to ride a bike or play an instrument, those are acquired traits. You weren't born knowing how to do those things, but you developed those skills through practice and learning. In animals, acquired traits can include things like learning how to hunt, build a nest, or communicate with other members of their species. For example, a dog might learn tricks or commands from its owner, like sitting or shaking hands. Those learned behaviors are acquired traits because they weren't inherited from the dog's parents but were developed over time through training. There are also some acquired traits that come from physical changes in the environment. For example, if a tree grows in a very windy area, it might develop a slant as it grows in response to the wind. This is an acquired trait because the tree wasn't born with that slant, it developed over time based on the conditions around it. To sum it all up, inherited traits are traits passed down through genes from parents to offspring, and they help organisms survive in their environments from the moment they are born. Acquired traits, on the other hand, are learned or developed over time based on an organism's experiences or environment. Both types of traits play a role in helping organisms adapt and thrive in their habitats. Now that we've learned about the difference between inherited and acquired traits, let's take a look at some examples of both in animals and plants. Can you think of any traits you might have inherited from your parents? How about any skills you've acquired over time? Let's explore these ideas together.